In this video, we will see how NetBackup Flex Scale installation has been designed with an easy-to-follow GUI that takes the complexity away from configuring a multi-node cluster. We start by configuring an IP on one of the node's Ethernet ports. Then we use this IP to connect to the built-in web server application to configure the NetBackup Flex Scale cluster. We are presented with the option of deploying as a new domain or as a scale-out option for an existing NetBackup domain. In this demo, we will select to configure as a new domain. The web server application includes a wizard that divides the setup into 5 logical processes, making setup super easy. We start with node configuration. Here, the system automatically detected all the nodes by scanning the private network. We can provide the configuration details manually or by importing a config file. Selecting the config file auto-populated all of the configuration details needed for the entire deployment, so now we just have to step through the rest of the configuration and verify the details, starting with verifying the cluster, domain, and node names. Next, we can validate the network configuration, which is broken into the data network, where the NetBackup services are configured. The rest of the network configuration is optional, including network bonding or VLANs, management network IPs, IPMI network details, and a custom host file. Next, we verify the cluster details such as management console, NetBackup primary server details, private IP settings, and region settings. Then we have the option of selecting the immutable architecture level we want to use, followed by adding license keys. Now we verify the details the installer will use to create administrators and their roles, which can be either an appliance admin, a NetBackup admin, or both. Lastly, you can verify the auto support details such as email address, SNMP, and call home settings. That's it. Now you can simply select Install Configuration, and the installer will configure the cluster, which includes a clustered file system. After the cluster configuration is complete, the installer moves to the NetBackup configuration. At any time during the installation, you can select to see the details of the current processes the installer is running. After NetBackup configuration completes, it will configure auto support. All in all, the entire installation takes approximately 5 minutes of your time, and depending upon the number of nodes in your cluster, 90 or so minutes total for the entire automated process to complete. Once installed, you can see NetBackup is completely configured for you, including a storage pool to begin storing your backups locally. From here, you can simply discover your assets and start protecting your workloads. Also, as part of the install, a policy was automatically created to back up the catalog. Thank you for checking out this video showing how easy it is to deploy NetBackup Flex Scale as a new domain that is ready to begin protecting your data.